What up guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about the new UFC 4 game that's going to be revealed on July 11 during UFC 251. I'm going to be giving my thoughts on it and what I think should be in it. So let's get into it. So first things first, people probably want to know who's going to be on the UFC 4 cover. This picture I'm showing above with Stylebender, Khabib, and Jorge, that's just a rumored cover. It's not official. But Khabib's manager, Ali Abdelaziz, put out an Instagram post saying that one of the guys that's on the cover has double-digit losses and one is deserving. So I'm thinking it's Jorge Masvidal or Nate Diaz and someone like Khabib or Stylebender. In my opinion, the cover should be Khabib, Stylebender, and either Jorge or Amanda Nunes. One cool thing that UFC 4 is doing is they're most likely adding Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua to the game. It's not 100% sure, but during a post-fight interview, somebody asked Dana White if it's true, and I think he confirmed Tyson Fury, but I'm not too sure about Anthony Joshua. So that's a pretty sick feature, as you can play as two of the best boxers in the world. I feel like they should add Deontay Wilder to the game as well, so you can have matches between the three top heavyweight boxers and also have them compete in MMA as well. Okay, now I'm going to talk about something I want UFC to fix for UFC 4. In UFC 3 and UFC 2, the career modes weren't really good. Like, in UFC 2, you fought in the Ultimate Fighter, made the UFC, just did whatever. UFC 3 was just so hyped. Everybody thought there was going to be real press conferences, but it wasn't a really good career. What I suggest to happen in UFC 4, because they've had such a long time to build it, it's been like 2.5 years, I feel like they should make it like something like NBA or FIFA, something like that, where it's like a full-on storyline and you can build up your character, something like make him a villain, make him liked by everybody, and at the same time have fights, press conferences where you can choose what you want to say. Because I feel like UFC 3 was so hyped up and it didn't really deliver. So I hope UFC 4 is like that, but what I'm hearing is it's going to be the same as UFC 3. Nothing really is going to change, so I'm really bummed out about that, so we'll see. Another thing I want UFC 4 to improve is their grappling. In UFC 3, they really put effort into making the striking better, and I think it kind of did, but the grappling was kind of all over the place. In UFC 4, I hope it's a little bit better. And also, I was watching a YouTube video, I think the channel's called The Fight Guys, and he was talking about how in NBA or FIFA or whatever, there's like 10 people on the court or on the field at once, and the graphics are still good. So UFC, there's only two guys fighting each other at once, so the graphics should be much better, and I totally agree on that. One thing that got me really excited to buy UFC 4 is the new fighters being added. Like in UFC 3, it was kind of frustrating as you couldn't play as the featherweight champion of the world, for example, Alexander Volkanovski. It was kind of like just update the game, but I guess they were just working on UFC 4. One thing that really bummed me out is Ben Askren was never added to UFC 3, and he's never going to be added to UFC 4, so that's kind of sad. Another really good thing that the Fight Guys mentioned in their YouTube video was that they want a boxing mode only for UFC 4. Like, I know there's a striking mode where you can kick. It's just striking. But I feel like adding Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, you gotta add a boxing mode only. The Fight Guys also mentioned that if they were to do that, it would take another 4 to 6 months to even do that whole thing. So it might be a new DLC or whatever. But I'm still down for that. What I forgot to mention earlier on was that to unlock Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, I'm hearing you have to complete the whole career mode. And in the career mode, the only really changes I'm hearing is you can get better hairstyles, beards, tattoos, or whatever. Not really anything about the gameplay. Like, can't really do press conferences or anything, but we'll really see when the game is out. Another really cool feature I think UFC 4 should add to the game is something to do with Fight Island. Have like an octagon on a beach and you can have some game modes on there, or have like a game mode without any fans. So I think that would be a really nice feature, and if you guys agree with me, comment that down below. I kind of already mentioned this before, but one really crucial thing I want UFC 4 to do is have regular roster updates. Like if somebody in like a year, if a new star emerges, I hope that they add them in. Like they could have done that for Ben Askren, Alexander Volkanovski, Weili Zhang, but they didn't. So I hope in UFC 4 they do that. And by doing that, that will make the game much more enjoyable for people to play, and people will have something to look forward to. One of the main issues with UFC 3 was the commentary. As you guys know, Joe Rogan had nothing to do with UFC 3. He didn't film anything, he didn't record anything. So what they had to do was they had to watch old fights and use some of his clips. But that wasn't really the main issue. The main issue was when, for example, you'd head kick somebody and then they'd say, oh, overhand right finish. I think they really need to fix that up. And also, Dominic Cruz, Michael Bisping, and Daniel Cormier are commentators. So what they should do is kind of include them in the game. Like, say Daniel Cormier is going to retire after his fight with Stipe Miocic, or that's what he said. So Michael Bisping's retired, Daniel Cormier will be retired, and most likely Dominic Cruz is retired. So you can just add those guys to commentary, and that'll be pretty sick. So here's a list of fighters I want to be included in UFC 4 that weren't in UFC 3. This is not all fighters that I want, but this is all that fit into this. So yeah, these are the fighters I want in UFC 4.
Shut up, bitch!
So my last request for EA Sports UFC 4 is for them to give us a way to change fighters' shorts. So for example, John Jones is wearing, say, Muay Thai shorts. We can change that to board shorts or whatever. I feel like that would be a pretty fun feature to add, and it's been a request of mine since UFC 2. So yeah. Alright, that will be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any special requests for UFC 4, let me know down below. If you guys agreed with me, also comment that. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also share the channel and help us grow. If not, whatever. And also look out for a UFC 251 prediction video. That will probably be out a day, maybe 2 days before the event. So can't wait to make that video. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed.
I'm gonna push up. Why'd you fall down?
I don't know.
That bottle out there.